When we think about war, our minds usually jump straight to soldiers and battlefields, right? But what about all those other stories? The ones that unfold in the shadows, far away from the front lines? Well, that's exactly what we're going to dive into today. We're exploring the very beginning of Kristin Hannah's masterpiece, The Nightingale, a novel that pulls back the curtain on the hidden histories of women in World War II-era France. So, the book kicks off with this incredibly powerful line from the narrator, and let me tell you, this isn't just some pretty phrase. It is the absolute core of the entire story. It's like a compass, It's telling us, hey, pay attention. The characters we're about to meet, they aren't going to be defined by who they were when life was easy. No, we're going to find out who they really are when everything, and I mean everything they love, is on the line.
All right, so where does this story start? You might be thinking wartime France, but nope. We actually begin on the quiet Oregon coast all the way in 1995. Our narrator is an elderly woman, she's frail, and she knows her time is running out. She talks about belonging to a quieter generation, the kind of people who went through unbelievable trauma and just buried it deep down to survive. But here's the thing about the past. Sometimes it refuses to stay buried.
So she's getting ready to move, and she makes her way up into the attic. You can just imagine it, can't you? That smell of dust and old memories. But this is not just some spring cleaning trip. Oh no, she's not up there looking for forgotten trinkets. She is there for one specific thing, this huge old steamer trunk. It's more than just a box. It's a vault that holds a life she has kept locked away for decades.
And when she opens it, wow, it's like the past just comes rushing out. Inside, it's not just a bunch of stuff. It's like ghosts. There are these faded journals packed with secrets, old postcards tied up with a ribbon, and hundreds of black and white photos of faces she hasn't seen in forever. Every single thing is like a breadcrumb leading back to a really, really dangerous time. But then she finds one particular item, and it changes everything.
She pulls out a single piece of yellowed paper, a French identity card from the war, and as she picks it up, her hands are literally shaking. She reads the name, Juliette Gervais. Now here's the kicker. That is not her name. And seeing that name again, it's like a key turning in a lock, releasing this absolute flood of memories she has worked her entire life to forget.
Just then, her son finds her up there, surrounded by all these fragments of her past. He spots the identity card in her hands and asks a simple question, but it's the question that blows the whole story wide open. Who is Juliette Gervais? And boom, that's it. That one question is the key that unlocks the door to a whole different time, a whole different world.
And just like that, with that one question, we are thrown back in time. I mean, it's a complete 180. We leave that dusty, dark attic in 1995 and land right in the middle of the sun-drenched Loire Valley in France, the summer of 1939. Think vibrant colors, the smell of flowers. It's like this one last perfect, beautiful moment before the whole world is about to plunge into darkness.
And this is where we meet Vianne Mauriac. Her home is called the Les Jardins, which is French for the garden. And honestly, it's the perfect name because that's exactly how Vianne sees her life. It's something she's carefully tended to, something she has to protect from all the wild, unpredictable chaos of the outside world. Her whole existence is this little fortress of safety she's built on routine and, of course, love.
So Vianne's world, it's all about things that last. The house, it's been in her family for 300 years. Her husband, Antoine, the absolute love of her life. And her daughter, Sophie, she is Vianne's whole world. For Vianne, this kind of stability, it isn't just a comfort, it's an absolute necessity. It's the wall she's built to keep the scary, chaotic world out.
We get to step into one last, absolutely perfect day with them. Picture this, a picnic by the river. You've got crusty bread, some cheese, a little champagne. It's just a moment of pure, simple happiness. A perfect snapshot of a life that is, tragically, about to be completely shattered. This is the before, the world that they're about to lose forever.
But right in the middle of this perfect, sun-drenched day, a shadow appears. Antoine says the one thing Vianne has been trying so hard to ignore. War is coming. Hitler will suck us all into his war soon. And just like that, with one sentence, that beautiful bubble of safety she's been living in, it pops. Reality comes crashing in.
Vianne, though, she just can't accept it. She refuses to let that darkness in. In her mind, as long as her family is together, they're safe. Period. Her faith in her husband is absolute. He's her shield, right? Her protector. He's the one who can keep the coming storm at bay. And she clings to that belief with every fiber of her being.
So as they head home, you can feel the mood just shift. That golden afternoon light starts to fade, and there's a real chill in the air. That happy, easy feeling from the picnic, it's totally gone. Now there's just this heavy, unspoken tension. And the Chardin, that place that was supposed to be a fortress, all of a sudden it feels incredibly vulnerable. Its peace is just hanging by a thread.
And this is where the last few threads of their peaceful life start to unravel. First, Vianne tucks her daughter Sophie into bed, telling her everything's okay, that she's safe. Then, she goes outside and finds Antoine waiting in the garden. He's just a silhouette in the moonlight, and you can see his face is just filled with anguish. And then she sees it. In his hand, he's holding a piece of paper. The piece of paper that's about to change everything.
He shows her the paper. Mobilization orders. Her husband, her protector, is being sent to war. And with those words, that perfect, safe world that Vianne so carefully built for her family, it just comes crashing down. The war isn't some far-off threat anymore. It's right here, in her own garden, taking her husband away.
And that leaves us with the central question of this whole story, really. What happens when the protector is gone? I mean, think about it. When the one person your entire life is built around is suddenly taken away, who do you become? When the walls of your safe little garden crumble, do you fall apart? Or do you find a kind of strength you never ever knew you had? Like our narrator told us at the very beginning, in war, we find out who we really are. And for Vianne, that terrifying discovery is just about to begin.